Hey guys, I'm in YouTube jail and I did a thing. I got a fucking thing finally for my car to hold my phone up while I fucking talk to myself. But my Bob Ross air freshener. Oh, my double chin's gonna be so much better. So I just left therapy and I think this is the fourth time I've come up to the lake near my house because I'm fucking stressed out. And here we go. So I talked to my therapist about how I got fired and about how I met a guy and I started telling her about him, and it's fucking interesting. It's really like not good and strange for somebody who's spiritually awake to try talking to somebody who is not on a spiritual journey or not spiritually awake. Like, when you wake up, you're just kind of like, nope, celibate sounds fine to me. Like, no, I don't want, I don't need that shit. But this guy, he obviously is in the military and he's blinded and gagged. And I feel like if you are the spouse or the relative of a military member, let alone a cop, since clearly everything is so saturated in filth and total fucking corruption because people refuse to look at spiritual content. And this guy is so interesting because he's a millennial. We all have the same movies and shows and very similar music tastes. Like, I went on his phone to put a song, like I was picking a song to play on his speaker, and his search bar is my search bar. Like, this guy listens to the same fucking shit that I do. All of it. And I have told him a fuckload, as I've said. I told him a lot about my awakening. You know, minus the name attached. And it's awfully funny that the spiritual community who's been awake for longer, I'll give all of them credit because they have experience and they have time on me. Except I kind of have some trump cards. And this lady's walking her fucking cute dog next to my open window. It's fine, everything's fine. But it's really funny what happens when you spiritually wake up. Like me. Let me do a little recap. I woke up freaking out. And in the first few videos of mine, until you get to the sick of porn hub, check out Spirituality Hub video. That was me waking up in my total recall chair going, holy fucking shit. If I'm fucking crazy, if I am fucking crazy, because I had already been through fucking hell with my whole town at the point when I started making YouTube videos. Me and my town went through fucking hell over this. And, I'm fucking freaking out. And then I'm like, all right, calm the fuck down. Like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know anything. But I quickly, as quickly as I fucking could, used my new eyes and my new upgraded ears to hear what people were saying. A bunch of people I had never heard of. And I'm going, okay, I cannot understand a fucking word anybody's saying, but I understand that these people are on the right track. And, but I hadn't gone through many of their videos. I had checked out about three random videos a piece per Plants vs. Zombies game I made in my Spirituality Hub video. And then, as I'm starting to go, then you'll see, as I start going through the information and I'm looking at these comment sections, I'm going, what the fuck? I mean, I was totally fucking horrified. And I'm gonna ask a question and think about what you think the answer is. A bee! A bee! A bee! No, Mr. Bee! No! Go away! No! No, go away! Leave me alone, Mr. Bee! Fuck! Anyway. But what do you think the most powerful frequency is? Did you guess love? Because that's not true. To the spiritually awake people out there who think that love is the most powerful frequency to be operating on, that's not true. Maybe you should check your fucking facts. Because the most powerful frequency is that of authenticity. People who are speaking authentically are 4,000 times more powerful than love alone. And clearly, all of the love in the world has not been enough to wake up humanity. And I think it's a total fucking shame. I'm actually gonna go home and review and watch my my game board video again, because I'll tell you what, waking up and realizing that we are in a video game simulation is horrific. Then, when you're coming from being a conservative patriot, it is horrifying. And the guy I'm talking to cannot fucking stand politics because he's smart. And me and him were bouncing all kinds of shit. I'm like, hey, what if real life is this movie, that movie, that movie? And he's click-clacking, and he's going, I mean, that would kind of make sense. People are being so blinded, but they are so willing to hear the truth in an expedited fashion if it's presented to them the right way. So, I think that I have been so authentically fucking horrified by everything that I have gone through in my full awakening story. I would never tell anybody it unless I was being deposed and unless I was on camera in a professional setting. Because what I actually had to do in my spiritual awakening was the most horrific. It was the most horrific shit. And I literally have been fangirling over all of the people who have been awake longer and who have figured this shit out. Literally fangirling over Indigo Angel and Sethicus and fangirling over these people. And I reach out to them, and with no background, no information other than, hey, I'm an Indigo 3, which says enough. I guess I'm a fucking idiot, and I thought it was a good idea to carry in the soul and potentiality of the only fucking character that religious people would listen to, hopefully. And they have literally spit in my fucking face because of my code name. Just a piece of what the fuck is going on with me. They are literally, like, the spiritual community, guys, are the biggest bunch of, we love you, we love everybody, we want to help everyone. And then there are mean girls who are, you can't sit with our templating, you can't sit with us. It's a big fucking problem. And I can't even. This YouTube channel, I have straight up jacked everybody's content, pieces of it, because this copyright infringement shit is why everybody can't figure out what the fuck is going on and why they keep getting lost down rabbit holes. So what I've done, as I've totally humiliated myself every fucking time. I mean, the entire southwestern Pennsylvania area, let alone, I have talked to people in fucking Great Britain and fucking Kenya, Brazil, Israel. I have literally reached out over and over again to people. I don't know if you saw on my community page, but on September 29th of last year, I actually emailed Governor Ron DeSantis and Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. Every fucking buddy has ignored me. I understand. I get that. It's just that I'm not fucking joking. And I'm so fucking sick. I mean, literally, when I look back on that last video Indigo Angel put out, I feel like she was almost spitting in my fucking face. And I really hope that people see that I don't want a penny for this horse shit, humiliating, fucking job I've had to do. I had to wake up and not know anything, get shot out to Guardian materials, and then go, holy fuck, I don't know anything. I'm going back to Dolores Cannon. I'm going to build from her, and I'm going to look at Billy fucking Carson. Same thing. I'm going to look at Billy Carson and take his information for what it's worth. I'm going to go to Paul Wallace and watch fucking everything because he's wonderful. I had to literally build a fucking rock wall to climb. And within one fucking year, I understand way too much. And I saw these motherfuckers. Because people look like anchors, beacons, and pillars in my mind. And they have forever. And in a world where all of these people are totally fucking invisible, I saw Indigo and I saw Seth within 3 fucking months. I put them in my top 12. And they think that they're better than everybody. That's fucking it. That is it. And Indigo Angel said that she saw a female Messiah figure coming out. She must have been talking about Caitlyn Jenner. Fucking sickening. There are people here on hero missions down everywhere. As I'm going to say again and again, I'm a fucking caretaker. Actually. The only reason I am here is to make everybody realize that they are fucking dead if you are spiritually asleep. You are not even of the land of the living. There's a really good Supernatural episode where Charlie Bradbury, remember her, guys? Love her. Charlie and Dean are stuck in Charlie's mind, and they're walking around playing a video game. And they're trying to get Charlie out of her mind, of course, because that's what everything boils down to. And they're walking around, and there's like a bunch of people in comas. And the two of them are walking around with guns and shit, like trying to whatever. When normal people are watching that scene, you think that you are Dean and Charlie and you guys are awake and moving around. No, you are the coma patients. And it's funny. Every single fucking thing that was put in any of these movies is actually real life scenes. So that when you see these things in real life, you don't even believe it. We'll take Sarah Eckaldi on the Danica Patrick podcast. It's on my channel. Sarah is talking to her, and she's talking about pulling a string. She says, when you start pulling the thread, and you start asking questions, you will eventually pop yourself awake. That is the same exact scene from Supernatural, where Dean and Sam and Cass and all of these guys are stuck in their own little personal heaven. They are stuck in their own little personal fucking heaven. And in Bobby's heaven, if you don't know this show, I don't give a fuck. Because for the people who know this show, you are the highest fucking targets. when they're trying to break Bobby out of his own little personal heaven, which is actually hell, that fucking show shows you everything. The escape hatch in Bobby Singer's dream heaven is a carpet thread that's out of place. Something is out of place, and he has to figure out what, and it is a carpet thread. And when he goes over and he pulls on the carpet thread, he pops his door open. Yeah, they're a bunch of pieces of shit. So next is I'm going to try to mansplain shit. You know, I'm trying to millennial-splain shit and mansplain shit and make it as fucking easy for people as possible to see what's going on here. And what I have had to process in 1 year, everybody else has 6. All right, let's try this. So I'm talking to my dad, who is addicted to the news and cannot turn it off for not one fucking day. I've been begging this guy to turn the fucking Fox News shit off, and he can't. Not for 1 day. He does not understand how OCD and how fucking hypnotized he is. And I've kind of been hammering in on him a little bit lately. Especially within the last couple of days. Today is October 9th. Especially since Israel started getting bombed. And this motherfucker will not turn the news off, and he will not turn that shit off in the fucking living room where me and my kids have to fucking hear it. I've literally been getting my kids out of the house. I will take my fucking kids and leave when he watches the fucking news. And the most heartbreaking thing I've ever said to my dad was that Fox News is toxic. That broke his heart. That's a fucking shame. I'm the problem. He'll look at my cat. He'll watch me and my cat play fetch. My cat plays fetch like a dog. He'll look at my cat and go, that cat was a dog in a past life. But he cannot hear a word I'm fucking saying. And he cannot understand or look at me and see the potentiality that I'm not lying about who I was in a past life. And then he'll sit there and just watch as my grandfather's homeland's Maui burns. And then he'll just sit there and watch and go, oh, look, oh my God, they're attacking Israel. Ooh, like it doesn't kill me. It's so fucking shitty. So I said to him yesterday, I said, dude, do you know why this is happening? Because you fucking addicts are you are supplying the demand. And you refuse to turn this shit off and understand the truth. And let me explain it as easily as possible. So I'm talking to my dad. And I'm going, okay, Dad. Let's see how this goes. The Jews, Christians, and Muslims equal the Abrahamic branch. He's like, yeah, I know that, because my dad knows, he knows a lot of quotes from the Bible, but acts like a whatever. So I said, as a Christian, we know that Muslims are dangerous, right? I mean, all of these extreme Muslim terrorists, all of this shit going on with Hamas and stuff. We know that our religion doesn't mesh with them, right? And he's like, yeah. While he's watching fucking Trump go, oh my God, Biden doesn't stand with Israel. The United States needs to stand with Israel. This is the fucking setup. This is the fucking setup. I went, Dad, why do you think that the Catholics are anti-abortion, but the Jews are pro-abortion? And he's like, that's not true. The Jews aren't pro-abortion. I said, oh, yes, they are. He goes, who said? I said, every single fucking Jewish synagogue that I ran to looking for help whenever everybody fucking ignored me last year, they have banners outside of them going, we support pro-choice stuff. I said, why do you think that? Oh my God, the bee's back. I said, why do you think that they just kind of look like nothing makes sense when you actually look? Does that make sense to you? That people from the Abrahamic branch would be clashing on whether or not it's okay to kill babies? And he's like, well, I mean, I just didn't know, no. I said, it's a fucking game. None of it makes sense. I said, and do you know who started where the Abrahamic branch started from? And he goes, yeah, Abraham and Sarah. And I'm like, okay, do you know what civilization they're from? And he goes, no. And I went, ancient Sumer. Ancient Sumerian tablets. I said, hey, Dad, would it make you fucking sick if you would fact check me and just go straight to Paul Wallace, because he'll put it in your ass real easily? I said, would it make you fucking sick if you found out that the Jews and the Catholics are not only not friends, this is an illusion. The United States and Israel have to stand together. The United States is a subsidiary of fucking Great Britain. It does not make any sense. I said, would it really, really suck for you to realize that the Jews don't give a fuck about Jesus? And would it make you sick if you fact checked me and just went straight to ancient Sumer and saw that everybody was just fighting over the same dragon serpent type entities, and that Jesus, Krishna up over there, not this fucking branch of religion, Muhammad, they all look equal to each other. All prophetic types, starseed types. Would it make you sick to know that the Vatican is a bunch of pieces of shit, and that these guys are a bunch of pieces of shit, and the United States standing with Israel is the most illogical, irrational fucking thing I have ever seen? It does not make any fucking sense. Christians and Jews are under the illusion that they are friends, or at least Christians are. Jews know they're not friends with Christians. There's a bunch of Jews over in Israel right now going, this is Jewish only. This is Jewish only country. Get the fuck out of here if you're anything else. Tisk, tisk. Tisk, tisk, motherfuckers. Yeah, Dad, it really looks like Trump's an actor. Everybody has been acting, and you're not listening to me. And that's fine for now. But, you're the problem. You're literally the problem. And I don't want my fucking kids hearing this shit. Literally. Do not want my fucking kids being exposed to this fucking bullshit. It's fucking gross. It's fucking gross. My kitty litter from my boy pisses me off. So, just sitting here in fucking YouTube jail by the water. Do you know why I come here? I usually come here and I park in the same spot because I overdosed and died here on heroin. If you do not know what it is like to have to reach out for mental health help since you were a child and be mishandled by every fucking doctor you have ever reached out for help from. And if you do not know what it is like to be a recovering drug addict who is not allowed to have antidepressants ever again, which I don't even really fucking want them, really. I deal with clinical depression, and nobody gives a fuck, so why should I? That stuff gets so much better when you go through your spiritual awakening. But sometimes it is so heartbreaking to watch the rest of the world doing this shit. It is so heartbreaking that it's kind of like, yeah, I still struggle with depression. And if you don't know what it feels like to have to go get blood drawn multiple times and have these shaky fucking phlebotomists who don't know what they're doing try to draw your blood to send it off to people in labs and to the doctors who don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and have them miss over and over and over again, just stab you like a pincushion, and you're just like, hey, I used to do heroin. I haven't put a needle in my arm for a very long time, but why don't you just give me the fucking needle? You stabbed me 5 times. You fucked me all up. Just give me the needle. I'll tap it for you. You get your blood. We'll be on our merry way. And I have, literally, so many fucking times. I have had to grab the fucking needle out of the shaky phlebotomist's hand and fucking hit myself for these people. I am one recovering drug addict, one mental patient, and within 1 fucking year, I have been able to understand as fast as possible, without having a breakdown, the secrets of the universe. And if you're not coming from a background like that, which I'm pretty sure Sweetie Pie Little Indigo Angel is not coming from. I'm sure Thavian at Christo's Avatar has never IV drug used or, been anything but homeless a couple of times. I don't think Sethicus Boza has ever IV drug used or went to fucking prison. I know he hasn't murdered his children because my life was set up in a way that I would be able to take on the role of a murderer who needs rehabbed. And you cannot fucking imagine how nasty I will get on my free YouTube channel. This free YouTube channel will always be free. It is the most direct. It's the path I took to find the answers. My path might help a lot of other people be able to clear cut through the bullshit. And I'm going to wait until after Scorpio season to start getting vicious. Every fucking day, there are drug addicts dying. Every fucking day, there are mental health patients and military vets offing themselves. And it does not have to be that way. If the people who are watching and have been watching me get my ass handed to me, looking for help, I hope you all know that I've done everything I can to reach out for help without having a paddy wagon come grab me. And all it would take is enough people knowing and hearing that there is somebody on United States fucking property with a very, very interesting Elijah story. There are rules to this game. These motherfuckers know exactly who I am. And they have done everything they could to get me to off myself. And now they're going to ignore me. But if enough people would fucking try to help me, they would have to call a world council. I said it before in a previous video that I think that the Muslims and the Jews should maybe tag team up and throw the Catholics under the fucking bus, try to save a little face. And sincerely, I have the least bad things to say about Muslims and Islam. I actually think that of those three religions, they have maybe the most important points of those three religions. And I want to piss the Muslims off the least. But sorry, the entire Abrahamic branch is fucked. Or the world, it's not going to spin anymore in the way that people would like. This is not going to go well. If 1, 2, or 3, or any of the spiritually awake fucking people who have been watching this shit show decide to check their fucking facts and check their sources and check their oversouls, because if in my energy you feel uncomfortable, I hope you do. That's on purpose. I will scream the codename Elijah from the top of my fucking lungs. Because people who have been spiritually awake for longer than me, if they would look down through my videos and watch me figuring all of this shit out, and you guys can't figure it out, you're gonna fuck the game up. I would not be alive if it was not crunch time. I would not be here if it was not crunch time. And to any spiritually awake person that I've reached out to who's spit in my fucking face, I would not bet against me at all. This came with kind of a playbook. The scrolls that downloaded in my head and the keys that I'm holding, yeah, I don't, I wouldn't root against me. I would try to help me, because I don't give a fuck about money. If I had it my way, I would spend the rest of my fucking life going to a different nut house. Once a week, going to a fucking nut house for all of these fallen fucking angels. You guys have to know that the nut houses are full of angels, and there are doctors like Dr. Joe Dispenza, like Dr. Courtney Brown, like Dr. Stephen Greer, who know what the fuck is going on, and nobody is talking to these doctors. I am going to start knowing motherfuckers, and I am going to start turning motherfuckers right against each other. I am going to see my mental health doctor tomorrow with a list of doctors, not starseeds. Ooh, but I am going to grab that doctor. There's this doctor who was just on the Jeff Mara podcast talking about remembering being a reptilian in a past life because he's a reptilian starseed. I am going to give doctors what they want to see, which is doctors talking about shit. And, you know, people really like being destroyed from within, obviously. So, you know, if you're black, 9 ether, whatever the fuck, we are one race of a bunch of colors. This color shit is so lame. I got black people on here for you to go fucking bounce off of. If you're white, if you're an old Christian conservative who kind of tends to be a fucking pervert, I got some yummy mummies. I got some hot fucking bitches on here. If you're a woman and you want to hear this shit from a woman, or you want to hear this shit from a man, I have gathered a very eclectic, diverse group of people. And, my stomach's growling. Guess I'm gonna go try to find something to eat that's not full of fucking poison. And I'm done. I'm done ranting and raving. Fucking bee. Fucking bees bouncing out my window. Toodles.